Man, Boo Carter's at cornerback. Creed Thomas is Coach Prime's favorite corner right now. There is an open competition at quarterback in Boulder. Man, wonder where they said. I wonder what channel they talk about that on. Man, appreciate everybody being in here today. Welcome to the Say No More live show. Today, we're going to be doing a live reaction to Reach the People Media, Well Off Media, and also we're going to be discussing Coach Prime Deion Sanders' media presser and availability earlier. You know, every time Coach Prime gets on the scene and talks about, what's going on in Boulder, it's always huge news. We're also going to be discussing the new offensive coordinator, Brennan Marion, as well as the new DC, Chris Marve. How starters are already forming. And if you watched the press conference earlier, then you know. Starters are already forming in Boulder. I ain't even going to hold you. And it don't take a rocket scientist to know that. Appreciate you being in here. If you can hit the thumbs up, tap in the chat. I'm going to drop the StreamYard link. We're going to start off first with the Colorado football highlights. And then, from there, we're going to get into the Coach Prime Deion Sanders media availability. Appreciate everybody already tapping in the chat. Salute to the fam. Salute to you guys rocking with me tonight. Hope y'all had a great day. Let's get straight to it. I ain't even going to hold you. What is the word? We're going to start off with Coach Prime, and we're going to start off with Reach the People Media. Salute to Reach the People Media. Looks like they went ahead and dropped some good ones today. Go like, comment, and subscribe to Reach the People Media. Salute to Darius Sanders. We're going to be doing a live reaction. I will be pausing and reacting. Appreciate you guys being in here. When you get in the chat, tap in where you're tapping in from. Say no more. Let's get straight to it.
Next, arguably, probably the highest paid two receivers in the league.
Facts.
Next, tight ends, best in the game. Next, tackles. He's a little high over that 58, but I give him that. This man, I don't see his quads. Next.
It looks like he's addressing right now everybody wearing their pants up past their thighs. That's a new kind of fashion rule, but I don't think he really rocking with that like that. I ain't even going to hold you.
Sid, I know we got a light day on Thursday. Is there any way we could go out there and put on the pants that they're going to wear in the game?
Yes, sir.
Because I want to make sure they understand what I'm saying, because it's going to be embarrassing when I send them in.
Hey, if you ever been in Boulder, have you heard or seen Coach Prime Security ever say anything? Like, bruh comes and sits in the same spot every single day and mugs everybody in the room. And I don't even know if he say a word, but I ain't going to hold you. He means business, and you can tell he ain't going for nothing. I think he's a former sheriff, correct? Right, but he's Coach Prime Security. Bruh, he comes, sits there, and just stares at everybody in the room. I love it. I ain't going to hold you. I love it. Say no more.
Off the field. I've done that in games. So that's going to happen if you guys don't dress accordingly. So let's put them in uniform. We had to have some trade. Your safety coach, you talked to me about Braden's going to the other team. I trust Braden. He's been with me since it was short. I know he's going to bring the heat. And guess what Braden's going to do? He's going to apply pressure. Every darn thing that plays safety or call himself safety. He's going to apply pressure.
Again, that's a word we've been hearing from Coach Prime. Applying pressure. And that's what we got to do, because, hey, the crew always does. So he just talked about Braylon Edwards. I think he's switching from maybe the black team to the gold team, or the gold team to the black team in spring practice to even it out a little bit. He's been the enforcer. He's been the one really handing out the punishment hits. Where do we see that before? That was Shiloh Sanders again on our team last season. I don't know if we can really name an enforcer, a guy who was really putting BTA. I mean, we could count on Byard, but I don't know how many of them hits that made you go, ooh, or you know what I mean? So salute to the freshman. And as you can see, he's already applying pressure as a freshman. So we're going to get more into what Coach Prime said about competition in Boulder and how everybody's competing. I'm going to say it, and I didn't say it. Coach Prime said it. And man, we're going to get into that a little later. So appreciate everybody being in here. We're doing a live reaction to Reach People Media. He just talked about Braylon Edwards switching over to go. Maybe they're trying to balance it out. We all know what Coach Von Bell's doing. Say no more.
Because he's going to do it. Even if he's wrong, he's going to do it 100%. Am I right or wrong? Coach, full speed?
Yes, sir.
Full speed. So if you're going to be wrong, go full speed. Is there anything else, y'all? Say, academic. What if we had 33 players on here today?
They left.
Would be on your chair, work your butt off, and we acknowledge. What if we had 33? That's what we're looking for today, 33. Let me see that 33 academically. Come in the middle.
Looks like those are the 33 players who got over a 3.0, 3.8 GPA. Salute to those players right there. But again, Coach Prime talks about what would you do with 33 scouts over here? How would you practice? How would you compete? And we shouldn't have to say, oh, I would do this. You should be practicing like that already. Say no more.
Hey, what's the personnel? Hey, what's the personnel? 12. Hey, 12. Hey, what's the personnel?
Again, you can see Isaac Wilson, very vocal, really a vocal leader. Again, right here, you can see some go-go offense. If you were on the live stream earlier, you did see the former Sacramento quarterback Williams run for over 100 and some yards and 3 touchdowns versus Weber State. If you haven't had a chance, go check out my live stream earlier. We went over when Brennan Marion dropped 55 on Weber State last season. So if we don't drop 80 on Weber State, we didn't live up to the expectations. We should drop 80 points on Weber State this season, bro. 80. He dropped 55 at an FCS level with Sacramento State. We should drop 80 on Weber State. But again, just seeing Julian Lewin being able to run this RPO in the go-go offense, and he got some baby wheels. I ain't gonna hold you. He was moving right here. He put on some speed. But the more versatile the quarterback is in the go-go offense, the more it keeps that hanging defender thinking. Are they going with the motion, man? Is the quarterback going to keep it? If the edge crashes down, is he going to pull it? Is he going to pitch it on the option? The more mobile the quarterback is in this offense, it works a lot better. I ain't going to hold you. It just adds another dynamic. So we see Julian Lewis pull it right here. I like it. I like the way Zach Atkins is holding up pass blocking. That's really not an easy thing to do. I love the way Zach Atkins is holding up pass blocking right here. Let me pull this up real quick. You're going to, as a tight end, in this offense, you're going to be at the pass block backside. You're going to be able to hold your block. Holding up against Toby Aneen, I ain't going to hold you. That's pretty impressive. Zach Atkins holding up against Toby Aneen right now. I ain't going to hold you. Good form fit tackle. But that would have been a tackle by Cree right there.
Practice, let's go.
See where they lined up at.
Practice, let's go.
We got 55. Who's that big Bo Hughley backside right there? They love attacking the short side boundary of the field. Looks like Michael Wells slows down a little bit right here. Looks like we got Ernest Campbell on the field. Let me see. We got Ezekiel LaFoe in there, Quincy Wiggins. I don't know who that is on the ground. Whoever that is on the ground is getting that nice braided belt. I ain't even going to go. Nice little belt on the flow. Say no more. Who is that? Who is 91? Hold on. 91 was on the flow right there. I ain't even going to cap. Let me see. Who is 91? Oh, Cedric Smith. All right. All right. Young Ced. Let's run it back. I don't know if Cedric Smith fell right there. He got pancaked, but one of the two. Looks like a nice completion here to Caleb Mathis from Isaac Wilson. Rolls out. That looks like Stevens out there, number 39. This must have been a blown coverage or they didn't have enough players on the field right here. Not this play right here, but this next play right here to Ernest Campbell. Let me see, because he's wide open. So maybe Isaac Wilson rushed the snap. This might have been a miscommunication between the defense. Maybe they only had 10 players on the field, but Ernest Campbell was wide open. So maybe I don't know if you're allowed to call timeouts during this period. I'm not sure, but Ernest Campbell was uncovered unless he cooked somebody so bad they weren't on the film no more. Let's see. Again, you see the two running backs right here coming vertical out of the backfield. My bad, keeper. But again, I just want to address this next play. You see the two running backs going the short side of the field, coming out the backfield. Another implement of the go-go offense right here. Again, you got Bryce Hicks coming out the backfield. Who's that, 32? Again, you got, this looks like a post wheel route. Or let me see. No, out route. He ran it out. And that's the Ward brother. Looks like he might have stared down. Looks like he stared down the pass a little too long. Fontenette comes across, makes a good pick. It's good to see Fontenette getting his hands on the ball right here. We need these turnovers. I ain't even gonna hold it. You want to see Quanell fight for that? It was just over behind him or overthrown. Ain't really nothing you can do about that. That was just a pick. Coach Rashad was sick. I'm weak. All right, so it looks like Richard Young. We got that's either the right guard or right tackle pulling right here. I see a nice double team backside by 83, but I like Richard Young getting skinny right here. Let me see. Looks like Wilson's in there. Okay, we got Yaya pulling. We got 83 over there holding his own. I ain't gonna hold you. He kicking him out. Who's 83? Let me see. Oh, Zane D'Souza, 6'6", 260 out of Loveland. Out of Loveland, doing this thing. You see Yaya pulling, kicking out. That might be Quincy Wiggins or 47 right there. 72, doing a good job. Xavier Payne's holding his own backside right here. And I like the way Richard Young gets outside right here. Oh, 58 as well. I don't know if that was holding on 58, but 58 had them. Demetrius Pancake Hunter had them claws in that boy right here. I ain't going to hold you. He wasn't going nowhere. I'm trying to see who makes this tackle right here. Who is that? Who comes up and makes that tackle? 51. Oh, looks like Carson Crawford, the high school. Looks like Julian Lewis with a nice strike to Danny Scudero right here. Looks like Modia was in coverage. Nice strike. That was a nice strike to Danny Scudero right there. I ain't even going to hold you. I ain't going to hold you. Let's get this in the. And to everybody who donated, I'm getting that premium. I'm just for some reason, deciding in on the Google on my laptop. I'm having a hard time with that right there. But let me jump in the chat real quick with the fam, see what the word is. It's going to be Pick City this year. I can't wait to see it on TV. What up? What up? What up? Yo, what's good, fam? What's the word? Oh, Uncle Keith, Micah is tiptoeing through that line looking for Braylon. He looking for that blue tent crew, for sure. Top row jam, what's the word? Blue tent B&B Edwards on everything. Here we go, bruh. LB, what's up, bruh? I still need my roast. I ain't gonna hold you. TMF Atkins had good tech on that play. Nah, definitely has some great technique right there for sure. You see, Braylon is the president of Blue Tent Gang. And for him to be a freshman coming out of high school. For sure. Florida tapping in. Respect your channel. What up, Eli Glasses? Hey, I appreciate that, bro. Run tell that series. What's the word, fam? What's good? Braylon ain't no joke. He gonna apply that pressure. You already seen what Coach Pryor said. He said he applying pressure already. He ready right now. Jimmy Horn Jr. voice. If you can hit the thumbs up, we're doing a live reaction to Reach the People Media. After this, we're gonna go on to Coach Prime's media presser, the conference. Today, his comments that he made, we're going to tap in. I want you guys to call in. I want to hear what you guys got to say. Beautiful day for Colorado football. I ain't going to hold you. I need 300 and however many more days left in the year like this. I ain't even going to hold you. Say no more. Oh. Okay, 55 star, 11 minutes. All right, we're starting to see a little more of this. From Damian Henderson bouncing outside, showing some of his speed right here. Whoever holds in, seals him inside. That's a great Let me see. I'm trying to see that number because he does a great job sealing him for him to be able to bounce this outside. You got to seal that defensive end right here. That might have been Bo Hughley, 55. Let me see. Yep. Let me see. My bad. Great bounce outside. Preston Ashley looked like he been putting on some good weight. Pause. 15. I don't know what's going on right there in the hole. I want to see. It looked like it was a little bit of an over pursuit. Let me see. Okay, LaFoe gets skinny. He feels his gap. LaFoe squeezes the gap, scrapes and fills. Whoever, I don't know if it's the nickel, if Jaja Boyd's playing the nickel, that needs to be a tackle right here in the box, though. I kind of don't like the effort after Jaja Boyd missed that tackle. You could have caught him. Damian Henderson ain't track hawk, but that was a great play by Henderson. He might have more wheels than we know. You never know. Damian Henderson, 6'2", coming over from Sacramento State. Damian Henderson, 6'2", coming over from Sacramento State, played at Colorado State prior to Sac State. Again, Zach Atkins been handing out belt. That boy been in the weight room. I ain't gonna hold you. I love what I'm seeing for the offensive line being detailed in their assignment. Looks like it might be a little hold going on right here. But if he forces him back inside, he does his job at the end. He did it. As Preston Ashley gets older, he'll be able to fight off some of them tackles right there. He's still out of high school, but you know Nasty Nate gonna come up and fill. I'm not going to call this a low hit, but these are kind of the hits I'm talking about from Stokes. Let me see where he hits him at right here. Those hits right here, right? These are kind of the hits I was talking about in practice. Now, this is your running back. You would say this is a good form tackle. If you get him around the hips, you wrap up. But again, 1 inch too low right here. This is knee on the helmet, right? This is a little too close for me in practice. If you've been following the live streams, I've been saying I want to see them, the corners and DBs, just take that belt, bro. If it's coming, pause. It's on the way. It's on the way. Nothing you can do about it anyways. Just go ahead and hold that. But getting this low on your running back in practice, I don't know. I just want to see you form up high, bro. Just you know what I'm saying? Because these are the dangerous hits right here that sits our running backs out for a long time, bro. If you don't do it right, you got to know how to tackle like this, for sure. That was a great play by Richard Young. He was patient right here, real patient. You can see the patience right here. He lets the block kick out right here. Looks like Salter. He's got his hands full right now. I don't know who that is. That might be, maybe that's a 50-something. Let me see. Good turn up field. Great time. Hey, great patience by that was great patience by Richard Young and great tackle by Nate Mitchell. Secure tackle. Get him one-on-one. Get that boy on the ground. Looks like we got Q for 6 coming out the backfield, getting shifty. Again, slot wide receivers who can get you quick, put their foot in the dirt. That's 4 or 5 yards right there. So very shifty from Quentin Gibson. Going to see a lot of him in the motion, man. You're going to see a lot of him swinging out the backfield. Hey, there's a lot you can do with Quentin Gibson. Just like that, getting him one-on-one in space with a defensive end, an outside linebacker, or a nickel. I'm going to put my money on Quentin Gibson any day of the week. Appreciate everybody being in here. If you can hit the thumbs up, also hype the video. We're doing a live reaction to Reach the People Media. Beautiful day of Colorado football today. Say no more. Ernest Campbell is back in the house. Nice little play again. Looks like Creed. That might have been zone. Let's see. That might have been zone. Let me see right here. Everybody talks about quarterbacks patting the ball. Wilson does too. Like they were talking about Shedeur last season, patting the ball, all that, cool, but that's just a quarterback habit. When they see it, they're going to pat that thing, find the laces, get their hands around here, and they're going to fire it. It's a lot processing right there. I want to see what's going on with the O-line, D-line right there. Remember we talked about if it's a live pass rush versus like a simulated pass rush. We were talking about that last week. I want to see what the pass rush is during this specific time period of the drill. That's a great toss and catch by Ernest Campbell. We ain't really seen a lot of Campbell and Perry lately, but it looked like he back. Whoa. Now, right there from Mojo Williams, that's a good, nice hit right there on the side of the hip. Planted him, too. For him to be a freshman, Richard Young ain't small. 96, help him. Help. He needs help right here. It's all bad right here. I ain't going to hold you. But that was a great play by the freshman, Mojo Williams. We got you can tell he comes from a program that teaches some good form championship-type football. He turns the running back inside, doesn't let him get outside, and he comes up and makes the tackle. So that was a great play by Mojo Williams, bro. That's one of the cornerbacks that Coach Prime is high on if they stay. Great play. Great play. Nice tackle. Yeah, that was a nice tackle from the freshman, bro. Yeah, salute that young man. That was a nice tackle. I ain't even going to hold you. That's a nice form. Oh, hold on. And that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, salute to Coach Brennan Marion coming over there and giving him his props. But again, that's like on the other side, you see a tackle, his helmet is down, he's at the knee pad level. We don't need that in practice. Of course, was that a little bit more contact that Mojo Williams had to take with tackling somebody like Richard Young? Yeah, but it's safer. It's for the running back, and it shows good form-fitted tackling. Like, hey, if he would have got belt, he would have got belt. But at least he's forming a little high. He's aiming right at the numbers, at the belly button level. If you play, they tell you attack the navel area right here, get your head across. That was a good tackle. He didn't go low. He didn't put his head down and go for the knees. Good form tackle. And salute to Brennan Marion coming over there and saluting the defense for sure. Oh my God, that was horrible. That was horrible angle from Fontenette. I ain't even gonna hold you. That ain't it, dog. I ain't gonna hold you. You would have wanted to see Fontenette square up right here. The way he approached this, he was head high, running. This is all a running back need right here. Salute to Bryce Hicks too. Looking like Bryce Hicks, did what he was supposed to do. Got upfield, put that foot in the ground, cut back. Right here, I know Von Bell is hot. I know the safety coach is hot. Because right here, this is the difference between a touchdown and a long game right here. You're the last line of defense. This got to be breaking down a little bit and squaring him up and getting the tackle. He just over pursued a little bit. Easy for a running back. A shifty running back, that's all day. Sometimes they're going to turn you. They're going to turn you this way, turn you back this way, pause, and then get up the sideline. So you at the running back's mercy in this position right here, standing up that high, they're going to turn you. You're going to have to turn. Once you turn your back, they're going to turn again, put their foot. You know how it is. You know when it's time to get shifty. You know what it is. Oh, man. Oh, hell no. Bruh, the screen wasn't on the whole time? See, bruh, that's crazy work. There it is, bro. Wow. Hey, again, that's crazy. Welcome to a Say No More stream, bro. Something told me to let's see what the fam's talking about. Again, all right, let's run it back. I'm just going to let it. That was the play by Mojo Williams I was talking about. Was a great form tackle right there, right? Mojo Williams came up, laid a good solid form tackle on Richard Young. That was a great play right here. Bryce Hicks right here turns back upfield for Randon Fontenette right there. You want to see this position. My bad, y'all. That was my fault right there. I ain't going to hold you. I was tweaking. Right here, you want to see Fontenette square up a little bit on his pads. And I was just bumping my gums the whole time. That's crazy work. Right here is when you want to see what I was just talking about. If you guys just heard my whole dialogue while it wasn't on the screen, you want to see Fontenette more, square up right here so then he can get it, because this is the last line of defense. But hey, ain't no going back now. I already done talked for 5 minutes without being on the screen. Appreciate everybody being here. My bad, y'all. That's my fault. Oh, yeah! And that shimmy is crazy. That shimmy was crazy work. I ain't even gonna hold you for real. Nah, appreciate y'all, bro. If I wouldn't have tapped in, it was crazy. I don't know how much I missed right there. I can't go back, y'all. It's too far. Hey, it's too far gone now. I gotta keep it lit. Hey, I'll go back and look though. Great run by the running back.
Hey, put your fist up and make a play. Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
That's all great points right there for sure. Bro, stop talking. Hey, it was 10 minutes, bro. That's crazy. Hey, once I start bumping, bro. No video. Can't see it. You can play a pre-made video while live. He live. We can't see. Damn, bro. That's crazy. You're losing your audience. You have to multitask. Look at your chat, bro. It ain't gone, player. It's over. It's over. It's over. Bro, you showed the screen. Damn, bro. My bad, y'all. Hey, it is what it is now. It's too late. I don't even remember where I left off. I can't even go back. My bad, y'all. That's on me. I'm going to double check from now on, bro. I just got too juiced and started watching. I ain't going to hold you. My bad, y'all. Say no more. Hey, it is what it is, though.
So, based on that shit. All right, we worked our ass off over there, tired, straining. That shit hurt. But when we get here, it's easy. You know what I mean? We good on that. Let's finish today, guys. Yep. Keep working hard. Keep working hard. Finish on 3. 1, 2, 3. Finish.
Yeah, y'all boys were crazy. Look on the screen. Who got the kick off return shit? And when you get the open field,
little cuz.
That is not your cousin, bro. He woofing. He know damn well that ain't his cousin. Hey, he waited that whole moment to say that too. He thought he was lit. Look, he was staring out on the whole time on the screen.
the open field.
Little cuz.
Bro, you see the way he walked off too? He thought that was going. I ain't gonna lie. I like our running back room, bro. I like what I'm seeing from Damian Henderson, even Bryce Hicks. I like what I'm seeing. Can't wait for the spring game. Appreciate everybody being in here. My bad. I didn't have the screen up and I was bumping gums in my own world right now. That's my fault, y'all. But we gonna do well off media too. So I'll run it back on that one. That's on me. Hey, that's on me, y'all. My bad, bro. My bad.
If you're a man who makes at least,
hey, yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, cancel. My bad, bruh. My bad, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. My fault. That's on me. Say no more, but was locked in. Nah, I was definitely going. It wasn't even showing though. That's crazy. I ain't even gonna hold you. All right, skip there. All right, we right back, bro. My bad, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's on me, bro. Appreciate y'all being in here though, for sure. Let's see what it is.
Got the kick off return shit. And when you get the open field,
Little cuz.
That is not your cousin, bro. Let me see, who is that? Damian Henderson. All right, yep. Nice kick out. Is this 99 right here? Is that Big Oos right here? Is that Tom? Hold on. Let me see. 99. Dylan Manuel right here. Okay, we got Dylan Manuel right here. That looks like that might be my boy from Lafayette right there. Let me see. Hey, what be going on with Tyler Martinez and the lineman, bro? He is always getting into something late down the field. Watch him get his helmet pulled off, bro. What be going on with Tyler Martinez, bro? Why they always ripping his helmet off and he be getting into it down the field? Taj Wright just ripped that boy helmet off. Watch. Y'all see what I'm talking about right there? What be going on with Martinez and the lineman? Look. Boom, boom, rips his helmet off. They don't like Martinez, bro. And he fired on him too. And he gave him a little one. And he gave him one on his way out. Oh no, Tyler Martinez he ain't best. He ain't the best with the O-line. They don't like him, bro. This is like the third scuffle I didn't see with Martinez. Somebody done fired on him last week. They ripped his helmet off right here. If you know something, let me know what's going on with Martinez, man. Nice play from Fontenette right there. And Cree always going after the ball, trying to make a play. You got Justin England and my boy Stokes right there. Now, this is a tip ball. I think Ezekiel comes with it, but it looked like Cree came down with it. But I think Ezekiel picks this off on the floor. No, that was England. Looked like he had it, but Ezekiel is the one that comes up with the ball. And that's what Coach Prime is looking for from. He wants turnovers, baby. Let's see here. We got a version of the go-go right here. We got Richard Young in the backfield. Looks like we got a tight end. We got Isaac Wilson in at quarterback. Let's see what it does. Cree had to make a business. Jaja Boyd comes off a little crazy around the edge, but Cree got to make a business decision right here. Boom. That you're going to have that. So you might want to, that's a business decision right there. You got to be able to put, that's a tough business decision though. With Richard Young coming in like that, that ain't going to hold you. Not many people going to stop him one-on-one goal line. Nice rally to the ball right there. Nice rally to the ball. Got Braylon Edwards coming over with the pick right here. Looks like Lester was in. Crawford, they're all flying around to the ball like that. Oh, that was my question. Hey, did Paul Amodia get moved to safety or was he always a safety? I thought Amodia came over from Lamar as a quarterback, but he's been playing a lot of either free safety, strong safety, or nickel. Let me know if you know about what's going on with Amodia, bruh. Juju took me out with the light skin tackle today. That's crazy. What up, Jay Jack? I really think Boo was the receiver, the one of those blurred plays. Yeah, nah, for sure. Bro, Boo is one of our top offensive players for sure, bro. He gets busy. Do y'all think let me see. Do y'all think they are hiding Boo Carter in the way they're? Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely, because that's one of our top portal prospects. Probably our highest ranked prospect we got in the portal. One of the highest ranked and one of the most versatile guys, even on offense, bro. He might be top 5 offensive players we got. Just an all-around athlete. You know what I mean? So, and I agree with you guys. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all for keeping me on point, too, bro. I started bumping and forgot the video was on. Appreciate y'all for that. I ain't going to hold you. That was crazy. Great play by Braylon Edwards right there. He'll bring that belt and he'll go get that route. Oh, nice backside throw to Gibson right here. This had to be zone coverage because there wasn't nobody near. You see Tyler Martinez flying over there. Oh, yeah. That was just a great ball. Great catch by Quentin Gibson for sure. Looks like there could have been some miscommunication right there. He was wide open. There goes another one right there. That's Boo Carter right there. Let me see. if this is man or zone. I honestly can't tell. Looks like he's manned up right here. If this is just a great route by Quentin Gibson on Boo Carter right here. If this is man coverage, who is that over there? Oh, is that Fontenette? Let me see. Yeah. You see the shiftiness by Quentin Gibson after the play for sure. Great catch by Caleb Mathis right here too. Damn, did Mojo get worked off the line like that? Yeah, that was a great play. In front of the corner, in front of the safety. Great throw, great catch by Caleb Williams. Mathis, my bad. And that boy Braylon Edwards went and got him 2 picks today. Luke. Looked like that boy Braylon Edwards went here and got him 2 picks today already. There we go. Quanell sighting. We got a Quanell Farrakhan sighting. That might be 2-minute drill right here. Looks like 2-minute drill right here.
Good shit, Kay.
Great job overall, guys. Way to work, way to compete, way to fight. Quarterbacks, we got to get better and better and better and better every day. Quarterbacks, we got to get better, 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 and better every day. Special teams, specialists, great job. Clap them up.
All right, that's a great point to pivot right there. All right, so I'm gonna open up the lines right here. Invite you guys on. We're gonna go over to the Coach Prime Deion Sanders press conference today. So again, when I invite you on, right, I want you guys to come on here. I want the fam come tell your truth, keep it real. But again, let's keep it respectful. Let's keep it on topic. And remember, this is YouTube. There's community guidelines. And let's just respect this space for me, myself, in this football community. I want us to be able to have a call-in show, but I wanted to keep it on topic. And let's keep it on what he's talking about. So I'm gonna drop the link right here. I just put the link on the screen. So you guys call in, tap in. Remember, keep it respectful on the topic. Respect the host, respect the chat, and it's all good. You feel me? All right, let's get over here. We're gonna get over to Buffs TV, Colorado football. Go like, comment, and subscribe for right there. We're going to get to Coach Prime Deion Sanders media availability today. And I want to hear from you guys and see what you guys have to say about that. All right. I got to make sure I add it to the screen. For sure. I appreciate that, Mr. Johnson. How you doing today? Yeah, please. You know, I gotta be out here still. You know, my name, they already be trying. So I don't need even more. Because you already know what be going on, bro. It is what it is. I ain't even tripping off of none of that. All right, so appreciate everybody being in here. We're tapping into Colorado football spring practice. I want to hear you guys' response to the questions and the answers. So when you come on, look forward to hearing from you. Say no more.
As players have been commenting on us, which is cool with me. We're not going to be provoked to comment back or to say anything ignorantly back. I wish those guys the best. One thing that I could comfortably say, some people came here that you didn't know of, and when they left, they had a name. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud that they were able to earn more than they earned here that could help their friends, family, as well as loved ones, and can help themselves. So I'm happy with that. We're still in good relationship with quite a few, but you got to understand some young men play the victim, and that's not the case. We try to treat everybody here with utmost respect and professionalism, and I hope we've done just that, as well as treating you the same way.
Yeah, I love Coach Prime's response right here. I love how he's always taking the high road for sure. I understand that. I'm, playing college football before, just how some of you guys have done before. I always believe there's 3 sides to every story, right? And I feel like Coach Prime is able to talk about his side to the story. And some people play the victim. Some people go out on there. Some people go out and give their truth. But always salute to Coach Prime already saying we're not going to talk about other football programs. We're not going to speak on them. We're going to leave it exactly where it's at. Some people came out and said what they said. Did they need to say it? No. Was it called for? No. but was it their truth? Who's us to say that it wasn't their truth? But salute to Coach Prime, not saying everything that he could say. You know what I'm saying? I respect that because he could say a lot, and there's probably a lot that doesn't get out about players that we don't know. You feel me? So appreciate you guys being in here. I dropped the link in the chat if you want to call in and tap in. I appreciate y'all keeping it lit in the chat too. Salute to everybody here. We're doing a live reaction to Coach Prime, the Colorado football, the media presser. Right now, he's addressing the former players' comments, how they left. Some he's still cool with, some he's some of them to get asked to hit the, let's get further to the interview though. Say no more.
But we would not engage in back and forth with any former players. Our aim is just to really please, support, encourage, motivate,
That's
and
right.
really prepare our men that we have on campus for the next phases of their life. Let's go.
Facts.
Hi, Coach. Good to see you. Hope you're well.
Amen.
Now that we're 13 spring practices in, what have been some of the constant things that you've been pleased with and maybe some things that need to get fixed up as you guys move?
One thing at a time. Both coordinators are exemplary. I mean,
Right.
these guys are good. They're pushing the envelope. What they're doing creatively, what they're doing structurally, I like it.
I agree. That's probably one of the biggest offseason moves we did in the portal, whether that was players and coaches included, is we got ourselves a coordinator, we got ourselves a recruiter, and we got us a quarterback coach all in one. Same thing with Coach Chris Marve. We got us a linebacker coach and promoted to a defensive coordinator all in one. Brings the physicality. His staff is bringing the energy. It's just, you can see the hunger in these guys. They love football. When you can tell when football is first in someone's life, you could tell the football is first in both our coordinators. So I definitely agree here with Coach Prime and his comments on the coordinators here. All right. Got our first guest on here today, Mr. Johnson. How you doing? What's going on?
I'm doing well. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing amazing. Great day at Colorado football. Got Coach Prime talking to the media. Got some good highlights out. I cannot complain. How was your weekend?
Oh, everything was fine. God is good. You know what I mean? It was great Easter, with family. And so, that was basically everything that went on. But you know what? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you got the floor. Go ahead. You got it.
I love what Coach Prime is doing. Like I said, I've been a fan of Coach Prime for a long time. And you know what? Why would he have to go into, what was said and stuff? Like he's taking the high road. He's taking not the high road. He's taking the mature road, because, and the thing is, but you see, I don't know if you caught after on the pregame network, Neely said, he had to reiterate and say, everybody that left, 100% because they were offered more money. And that's, what, that's not a bad thing. If you want to secure your family and they're offering you a big bag, that's fine. You got to do what you have to do because I'm never going to be counting anybody's pockets. And you know what? But you do what you got to do and say, hey, thank you very much. And don't burn no bridges. That's the thing I try to tell young people. Don't burn a bridge because that might be the bridge you have to might come across again one day.
Absolutely. All right. That's a great point. I'm going to let a little bit more of the interview play and then I'll tap back in with you. That sound good?
That sounds perfect.
All right. Awesome. All right. Appreciate you, Mr. Johnson. All right. Thank you. All right, guys. I'm about to let more of this interview play.
I like it. And what we have special teams is a team effort. We have some really good coaches that you guys may not know that all of them may have had a stint somewhere, whether high school and college, in assisting, especially with all the support staff on special teams. So we have a team effort, offensively and defensively in certain special teams. Kickoff return may be an offensive thing that the offense may handle as well as punt. Punt return as well as kickoff may be a defensive thing that the defense will handle, and you guys understand field goal and extra point. So I like the collectiveness of it. I like the
Your outdoor space is meant for gathering.
Well, my bad, y'all. All right, so Mr. Johnson. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he left. Cool. All right, let's get here real quick. Let's jump in the chat real quick while I let that play in the background. So let me see here. They was coming after Neely over that. He was right the whole time. What are you talking? Referring to what vibes? Let me know something. What were they coming after? Tap in with me. Cool coach for sure. Mr. Bradford, Levert Atkins, he can play both. I like it for sure. Appreciate you being in here, sir. Remember when everybody thought Trevor Woods was NFL ready? I like Trevor Woods, though. I thought Trevor Woods could have really helped us last season. He was very versatile. I'm not going to hold you. Let me see. Cree on the other side with Nate at slot, Fontenette and Braylon at safety. For sure. Nah, Blue Carter at corner. I mean, based on the film, he's one of the best technique corners we have already, for sure. He's definitely one of the better techniques that we have at corner. You could just tell coming over from Tennessee, he's very well coached. He doesn't go for all the movement at the line. You can miss him with all that. He doesn't get took off his square. He stays square. He uses his hands very well. He has a very good trail technique, and he's physical. So, agree. He might be the best corner we have right now. I ain't even gonna hold you, and that's how versatile he is, for sure. All right, let me see what else is going on here. All right, for sure. Looks like we caught up there. For sure. All right. We're going to get back here. All right, I will continue. Say no more. Oh, no. You were just talking about the special teams. For me, I feel like, there's guys in the room who have special teams experience. It's not going to be the end of the world with special teams. Like, we don't know how to get inside of a punt formation. We don't know how to get, kickoff return, punt return. People have been doing this for many years of experience. Collectively, I don't see nothing wrong with them collectively, attacking the special teams. You know what I mean? I don't know how big of a deal it's going to be. Yeah. Say no more.
Do it like we.
I did it again.
Probably going to be out there an hour. We're going to do the best that we can. We have picked teams and split teams up early in the spring. We may coincide with that.
So, of course, Coach Prime is talking about the black versus gold spring game. They already split up the teams. It's made practice that much more competitive. It's brought out the fire and the toughness in these guys. We've seen some team fights already. We've seen some scuffles. That's just guys trying to prove themselves on the depth chart. That football mentality, winter's over, spring, sun's out. It's football time, right? It's time to compete. So I'm loving what he's about to tap into what the Colorado spring game will look like on Saturday. Hopefully that weather holds up there in Boulder too, and it ain't too crazy. Hopefully we get a nice summer game like last year. I mean, a nice sunny game like last season. If you guys get the thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If you can hit the thumbs up. If you're just joining the stream for the first time, you can subscribe to the channel. We do live reactions, film breakdowns, football, a little bit of everything here. So appreciate you guys being here. Say no more.
You see teams, so you don't start guessing and thinking. I'm trying to prepare you now. So if this team wins the toss, this quarterback is going out first. So don't say, oh, he's the starter. Like it's teams. We have teams. So that's how it's going to be, and they did a good job of picking their talent, all the different leaders.
Am I missing something? Was there a team fight today that I missed? Is that on the well-off video? I'm hearing Julian Lewis tackling people during the fights, bro. What happened? Was there a team fight? I didn't get to well-off media yet, so maybe that's on the well-off media video. What happened? It was funky. What's up? What's going on? I got to get over there. That sounds crazy. All right, I'm gonna get back here, but that sounds crazy. Julian was tackling people who are in the team fights. Is that on well-off media?
From each team, they did a great job of picking talent. They had a whole draft, and it was intriguing.
And secondly, I know Pro Day was last week.
Crazy.
I want to know if you want to comment on your players and what you thought of the event.
I'm happy, elated. I got an opportunity to talk to the scouts beforehand, and they asked me about a plethora of players, including the upcoming players that could possibly be coming out this year. And it was good. I like what many of the guys did. Many of them came back in phenomenal shape. I wish they'd have been in that type of shape when they played here, but they came back in phenomenal shape. I don't understand that. Like,
I got a question on that though too. So is this like, are we saying like the guys got more in shape on their own compared to, because I know when they get there in the season, Swayze gives them a card. They clock where they're at, like like what we've seen already in winter football. They kind of clock where they're at, and then they see if they are trying to gain weight or lean weight. But again, Swayze and strength and conditioning coach can give you the plan. They can offer you what you want. Now it's up to you to get lean or put on weight or, eat the right meals. Well, you don't know what you do at the house, right? They can't go home with you if you ordering pizzas and Wingstop and Arby's and all that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was just wondering, talking about some guys that came back more in shape than when they played during the season. So, that's what I was wondering right there. But say no more.
Whole season to work out and to train, then you go somewhere for 2 months and you give it your all. Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand that. Like, you should have gave it all for that stuff that's on the film. You got 12 games on the darn film. That's when you give it your all. But God bless him. We'll learn. We'll learn from it. Jack, my man, I'm waiting on you, baby.
Yeah, that is crazy though. You got to be in tip-top shape while you in season, not off season. It's crazy work.
Hey, Coach. Brian Howell, the Daily Camera. I have a couple questions for you. Now that you're in year 4, you've seen what this looks like when it's really good, and you've seen like last year the team wasn't as good. How do you assess this spring? Like when you're seeing how does it compare to what you've seen in the last few years?
You hate to kind of compare. You hate that, but help me with this, Lord.
He wanted to gas right here. Again, salute to Coach Prime. He wanted to tell it like it was, man. And and this is Coach Prime's time that, we hear from the players, we hear what they got to say, But Coach Prime wanted to say about I'm gonna say it for you. Man, some of these guys came in here for the glitz and the glory, thinking it was sweet, and it was some of the players that we got in the portal didn't do enough evaluations, didn't really evaluate who we was getting. Now, again, these are young men, and our recruiting staff still went out and picked them, still signed them. Of course, I don't know how heavily Coach Prime was involved last season because of the health issues and everything. It didn't seem like he put his eyes on every single player. Again, that's when you got to trust the guys that are bringing these guys in, and we're paying them the amount of money that they got paid. Ooh, I know he ain't saying what he want to say. But, boy, we paid some chicken out last season. Boy, we could have kept it on the books. I ain't even going to hold you. We could have kept that money on the books, boy. And that's no disrespect to the young man, but you're brought in here, you're paid, buddy, to do a job, right? A lot of the talent could have saved us last season. Whether the scheme was bad, talent could have got us out of a lot of situations. If you just got ballers, they can supersede talent. They can supersede scheme issues sometimes. And sometimes your scheme has to help them if you don't have good talent. But he ain't saying what he want to say. Salute to Coach Prime. Say no more.
Match with a local Turbo.
Well, that ain't what I wanted. Let's get back in the chat right here while I let that cook up in the background. Let me see what's going on with the fam real quick. I think he did Gator roll too. Y'all talking about Juju, bro? What's up with it? What's cracking, fellas? What's the word, Sigma Raider, bro? What's happening with you? Appreciate you being in here, bro. Oh, here we go. All right, Uncle Keith, Coach Prime actually right about that, bro. All right, Uncle Keith, for sure. Defenders better be aware that if Juju thought he coming for you for sure, bro. Oh, man, that's crazy. Juju was on that time today, was on that today. I got to get over there, bro. I ain't going to hold you. Well, all right, for sure. What else? See, Martinez getting bullied. Yeah. What's up with Martinez, bro? It just seemed, hey, y'all know Frosties? Y'all know my boy Frosties brand? Any of y'all ever tapped in with Frosties out there? This is my boy. This is my family right here. Y'all know about Frosties. If you know, you know. Hey, if you know about Frosties, let me know something in the chat. If you ever tapped in with any Frosties or anything, this is my family right here. We grew up together in the Bay. This really tapped in. Hey, tap in. If you know about Frosties, let me know something in the chat. If you know, you know. Tap in. Frosted down. All right, I'm gonna get back to the for sure. All right, I'm gonna get back to the interview here now. Appreciate everybody keeping it lit. All right, cool. If you know about my boy Frosty's brand, let me know something in the chat. If you up on Frosties, let me know.
I think we've gotten better everywhere, starting with me and understanding what to go get, what we have, how to mature it, how to develop it, as well as the staff that we have. I think it's tremendous. I think you guys are really sleeping on
That's right.
the staff and what they bring to the table, the different components of it, and especially all the new guys that we brought in. And you have 2 new coordinators that have a track record of really doing well. And I'm happy with what I'm seeing from the young men that we've chosen, from the staff, from the support staff, from everything all the way around. I am elated. I don't want to clap with my feet just yet, but I feel really good.
Love you, Coach Prime. I don't want to clap with my feet was crazy. Love you, Coach Prime. All right, I'm going to keep moving on. I was crazy.
About what's going on. When we letting them in? Thursday? Thursday. So you guys get a shot if you're available on Thursdays to see what's going on.
That's very interesting because he said, when are they letting them in? So if you're in Boulder, if you know better than me, has traditionally around this time, has the media been allowed at practice? And like outside sources, not like, the home team, like, the Reach the People Media's pregame network and Colorado football and, well off. Has there, like last season, was there more media availability for like local news, beat writers, Yahoo, Buff Stampede, On3, etc.? Have they kind of cracked down on that in Boulder in 2026? Because from what I'm hearing or from what I'm saying is like he's saying like Coach Prime is saying we're going to let them in, meaning maybe the outside media being able to come indoors and see what's going on. So if you're actually in Boulder or a little bit more tapped in, let me know if that's been the case. Has media kind of been not allowed to see practice and be around? Is this like the first time they're really being allowed to go inside and actually see practice and see the players and all that? Let me know something. Say no more.
Second question for you is the last few years, obviously there's been a spring portal period. You guys have added a lot of players after that, after that portal period. This year you don't have that. Is there
Thank
good
God
and
we don't
bad
have
to
that. Thank God you don't have that because now you really know the hand that you're dealt. We have a couple high school players. I think we got a couple guys coming in from junior college as well. But basically what you're dealing with and how to develop it right now and over the summer. So I love the new rulings from the NCAA. I just hope we stabilize it and keep it that way in this format. I like it. I think many coaches do because you know what you have.
Yeah, right now, I'm gonna keep it real with you. They know what they have right now too. Like, and again, salute to. I see you, Mr. Johnson. I just seen you get back in here. I just seen you get back in the queue. I see you, Mr. Johnson. I'm gonna bring you on stage in just a minute. But I like what I see here from the portal, and you can't leave. Again, some of these guys, you decided to come to Colorado. You pitched this to us. We went over your film. We see what you got. Now you're starting to see, based off of your work ethic, whether you're checking out in school, the film study, what you're doing on the field, if you're making plays, if you're being looked at as a dog, if you're being looked at as a starter, if you're being looked at as a developmental piece, and they're going to move accordingly as the season gets closer, summer, fall. They're going to have to start placing people. You're going to be getting reps, but we've kind of seen what you're going to show us at this point, right? So that's why spring. I know there's different opinions on what you actually see in spring, what you see in the summer, and what you see in the fall. A dog gonna be a dog in the winter, spring, summer, or fall. It ain't gonna change too much. What you're gonna see changing is those guys who are on the border. Are they a starter or do we need to develop them? Those are the guys you're going to see getting more reps. You're going to see them switched around a little bit, see them against first team, against the top receivers, against the dogs, just to see how they hold up. So, and now with this spring portal, you ain't going nowhere. Hey, you either in or you just going to be on, you just going to be a part of this team now. What did Swayze say? You going to be right here next to me? Shh, Gatorade bottle, you all right? Everybody all right? Everybody okay? Go ahead and give them that water. But that's what college football is. We can only put 11 on the field at a time. You know what I'm saying? You can only put 11 out there. And the great coaches keep the camaraderie, keep the players' spirits high. Even when you start seeing that depth chart form, and you recognize this ain't my year, there ain't no spring portal no more. And then that's when that 4 to 5 game rule is going to start making sense. When they start talking about that red shirt, you can after 4, you can play up to 4 games, and then you start thinking about that medical red shirt. Because some guys, let's just keep it real, they not going to burn. There's a lot of team guys, but then this is a business still. There's brands involved. People are talking about NFL. They're not going to burn their year if they on the depth chart, and it's not nobody's fault but them. If they was him, they would be on the field. Of course, if we got the right eyes on the players this season. Now, last season, there's a couple guys that should have been starting over a couple guys. I ain't even going to hold you, but I think this staff is going to do way better at evaluating who gets on the field compared to last season. That's my personal opinion. We put some players on the field and had some guys on the sideline that could have been rocking and rolling, but I don't know what made us put some of these guys on the field last season. They was getting extreme leather belt. I ain't even going to hold you. So I think they addressed that, and with the portal, they ain't going nowhere. Say no more.
And I like that. I like to know what we're going to be playing with.
Ron Scholes from Ralph Report. Got a couple of questions for you. First one is, it's been about 4 months having Fernando around as the new athletic director. Kind of in that time, how has your relationship with him evolved and grown?
I think he's a great guy. I think filling those multicolored.
Mr. Johnson, are you there?
Yep.
All right. Sorry about I just seen you. I seen 2 screens for you right here, but how do you feel about there being no spring portal this season? How do you feel about that?
I love it. I think do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, because it sounds like I'm on doubling.
I have you. Let me see here. I don't know. That might be on your. I don't know. Yeah, it might be on your. I can hear you though.
Okay. So the thing is that having no spring portal, what it does, it gives you an opportunity to know who your team is. Because after the spring game, the last previous years, what happened is, you lost a lot of players, and the portal players were going out, players coming in. So it wasn't that opportunity for continuity. And I think right now, the way it is, you can only get maybe grad transfers to come in. I think he got a defensive tackle last week, I believe. So that gives you an idea who your team is going to be.
Absolutely. What are you excited for the spring game coming up? And what are you looking for from the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator?
Well, it's going to be really vanilla. They're not going to want to put anything on tape that other teams can, pick at and get a good idea of what kind of scheme that they're doing. But they obviously can do that if they just go back in the history of Marve and Marion as far as like that. I just want to see the kids go out there, play hard, and come and no injuries.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna get back to the interview now. I'll bring you back on stage if you're still in here, Mr. Johnson. I always appreciate your perspective. I'm gonna get back a little bit to this interview right now.
Okay. Yeah, I watched just one real quick thing. I watched the thing with the well-off media. Yeah, Juju was trying to get into something. It was really good sticking up for his teammate.
Oh, we're gonna get over there. We're definitely gonna get over there tonight for sure. All right, appreciate you, Mr. Johnson. All right, cool. All right, appreciate everybody still being here. Sounds like it was Liddy over there on Well Off Media. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna get over there in a second. I just want to get through this Coach Prime media presser right here. Appreciate everybody being in here today. And it's kind of long. I ain't gonna hold you, but we gotta cover the stuff that he talked about. We gotta talk about that. I appreciate everybody being in. If you can do the thumbs up, appreciate y'all tapping in. Appreciate everybody in the chat, keeping it lit. As always, I dropped the StreamYard link. If you want to call in, give your perspective, the line's is open. Tap in. Say no more.
Shoes that Rick left is tremendous. But he's doing a good job, and they're working together cohesively, which is very important and very vital to me.
Facts.
But we've had a multitude of candid conversations, and he's doing his thing. He's showing his face. Everybody's getting to know him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the different head coaches, as well as the players from all the different teams. And he's doing a good job of blending and understanding how things are done here.
Right.
He's doing a great job to me.
And then second question is just on the offensive side of the ball specifically. I know there's been a lot of coaching changes, both sides of the ball, but watching Coach Marion come in and kind of install his new scheme and his new offense, what has that been like for you to witness?
Well, you got
It looks like he's about to tap in with Coach Brennan Marion. I didn't even get to see this part earlier. I think I started the live stream early today after these questions were asked. I ain't even gonna hold you. So I'm kind of hearing these things for the first time.
Be excited about it. The main thing you got to be excited about is the production that he's had in college football. He's averaged well over 30 points a game, and that's the threshold that you all know that we want. When we scored 30 points a game, we were pretty successful. But just his personality, as well as Marv, their personalities and their relational, they're so relational and transparent to the players that it gives the players a certain peace about themselves, and they're in their offices at all times. They're always movement and players coming and going. And I like it because they're straight up. I don't have to do the yelling. I don't have to do all the yelling. Like they're handling things.
That's important. We seen Brennan Marion nip that in the butt. Pause quick. If you don't want to play, do not come out here. If you're not ready to strap up your helmet and play, get off the field. Brennan Marion, Coach Chris Marve, there ain't nothing soft about what we do. Nothing. His eyes was about to fall out of his head, bro. Like, go back and watch the film. Chris Marve was on that. Like, there ain't nothing soft about what we do. Establishing that tone early. You got to establish that. And then those guys will kind of weed themselves out on their own. You know what I mean? So Brennan Marion is holding people to accountability. He's already talked about competition and competing. You could go look at multiple levels from the coaching tree he's come from. He comes from understanding what competition brings out of a great player. You got somebody on your bumper. You got somebody right here. Hey, what if I mess up, he's making it look good. It's just, that salute to the new coaching staff. I agree with everything Coach Prime is saying right here for sure.
The way they're capable of handling things, and I like what I see. I really, really adore these two coordinators, as well as the staff.
Salute.
Coach,
how you doing, sir?
Say no more.
A couple questions for you. First one, the broad one.
Who's that?
Big pardon?
You said first one. What was the next? I didn't
First
hear.
one, no, a broader question.
Oh, broader.
Has building this program been harder than you expected?
I'm not going to say that. We made some tremendous mistakes at certain positions that derailed us a year ago. The first couple.
All right, I think that's a great question. If you're going to call in, what do you think those positions that he's talking about right here, what positions derailed us from last season? That's a question for the fam that's in here tonight. For me, definitely defensive linemen, cornerbacks for sure. Last season, it was Merry Christmas on our corners for sure. The quarterback carousel, how we handled Shedeur leaving, knowing how important Shedeur Sanders was to the team and what he meant as representing. First of all, putting butts in the seat, a high energy, personality-wise, swag, what he meant, putting the wrist up, having somebody to lean on that you just, no matter what was out there, he was going to make it happen. Linebackers, I feel like depending on the scene, we could have, if we would have switched the formations around, we could have had some better linebacker play. But what positions do you think Coach Prime was talking about where he said derailed us last season? Let me know in the chat. Say no more, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Say no more.
For years, we had stability at those positions that highlighted us. So we learned quite a bit of not just talent, but understanding mentality. Right. And mentality is something that we targeted. It's something that we sat down and interviewed and made sure not only the young men, but the parents had that type of mentality, because the parents play a tremendous role in these young men's lives.
Say no more.
When you picture.
All right, cool. I think for right there, I'm going to slide over to Well Off Media and see what the where the fights took place at. I want to see, not like that, but I'm trying to see what happened in practice that I missed. I ain't even gonna hold you. All right, so I'm gonna get over to Well Off Media. I'm trying to get to these highlights, and I like Well Off Media because you see a different. Oh, don't do it again, bruh. Cool. And I like, salute to Well Off Media. We're going to do a live reaction. Salute to Deion Sanders Jr. Go like, comment, and subscribe. I like the different angles in the different form. We can see different versions right here and different angles of the plays too. So we're going to go over to Well Off Media, and we'll jump back over to Coach Prime's comments because he's about to get to the ones that I really want to tap in with you guys about. But I'm going to get over here and play through these highlights real quick, and then we'll jump back over to the Coach Prime interview. Appreciate everybody being in here. If you could hit the thumbs up, I really would appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Appreciate the fam. Say no more. I like the way LaFoe covered the flats right here. I like the way LaFoe played man coverage right there. That was great man coverage from LaFoe. I ain't gonna hold it.
I love to see him. Touchdown! 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 Touchdown!
Again, Ernest Campbell was wide open. That had to be a blown coverage right there. Not too many people on the field. That's an easy call right there. That looks like the defense messed up for sure. That was a miscommunication. Again, is Amodia at free safety, strong safety now? Because I thought he was a corner, but I've been seeing him a lot, you know, lined up in the box, lined up at safety. Like right now. So we got Gage Goldberg, Carson Crawford, Lester, Salter on the end right here. We got Amodia. Looks like Amodia is playing safety. I didn't know if I thought he came over as a corner, but say no more. Yeah, Sweet Wine was just late on that throw right here. There was a window right here when he was open. That should have been out of his break. As he gets older, Sweet Wine will learn how to throw that out the break for sure. We got to talk about Tamanamanape, my Uso right here, number 88. I mean, one-on-one, nobody should be holding you one-on-one. This is just to make the young man better. Salute to him coming over from Baylor. But if you are 6'3", 375 pounds, nobody should be holding you one-on-one. Not at all. Like right here, nobody should be able to hold you one-on-one. And that's what they're looking for in this 4-2-5. We need that nasty nose tackle to be able to command a double team. And right now, if you're being held up with one player, they don't need no double team. He wasn't going nowhere. That boy was, look, he wasn't going nowhere. Yeah, he was done. Salute to Coach Phillips and Coach Blood.
Right. I got great anticipation. That's all right. I'll skip it. Yeah, so you shoot up.
Let me see here real quick. Salute to Coach Prime and Coach Phillips right there. We got 99 in there. We got Martinez is running out. He's either running the zone or there's no way he'll be in man coverage, like not shading nobody right there. That's crazy. We got Gideon ESPN in on the play right here. We got 99. That's Dylan Manuel, right? Yep, 99. And we got Toby and Neen. All right, let's see what it do. All right, let me get back in here. Let me see. Nice throw by Juju. Nice route by Scudero. Looks like a nice little delayed skinny post, little ISO. We used to call that 51 ISO, 50 ISO backstep, 3-step series. Looks like a nice nice 50 series throw, 3-step. Yeah, now Damian Henderson showing off that speed. Looks like he's got more acclimated to the weather and the altitude. Look at the way Braylon Edwards was running in right here, bro. He was stalking people right here, bro. He was ready to come down and put belt. All right, look at him. Yeah, where he at? He was stalking him. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, so some of these plays we've seen already a little bit, but video ain't too much longer. It's only a couple more minutes, so I want to see what this fight everybody was talking about, or this scuffle. Ooh, great play by Modia right there. Wilson kind of threw that. He lucky that didn't get picked. Whoa. Who was that getting pancaked backside? Pause. We got some late activity right here after the whistle. Who is that? I like Quincy Wiggins right here. Looks like we got Rodney Colton Jr. in, Fontenette. But I like Quincy Wiggins squeezing this gap right here. He just almost gets his hands on Michael Welch right here. But good job with Quincy Wiggins. I like Quincy Wiggins right here off the line. Hold on, my bad. That linebacker's having a tough time. Who is that? Is that 52? Who is that? Yeah, that linebacker getting kicked out right there. Let me see who that is, bro. He's having a tough time. Let me see who that is. 50. I can't even tell who that. That might be a freshman getting kicked out by that tight end right there. I ain't gonna hold you. Again, you could just see the way Nathan Mitchell changes direction, the way he pursues the ball. Keep looking at his feet, opens up, comes downhill, gets his inside. That's a great play, bruh. That is a great free. That's our starting free safety right now. You could put a period at the end of that. The way that even his back pedal right here was elite. The way Nathan Mitchell, first of all, his New Mexico State tape pops out how physical he is, but just his read steps here, his feet in the ground, comes upfield, solo tackle on Richard Young, great angle, great play right there by Nathan Mitchell, bro. I like it. Great pursuit by LaFoe right here from the linebacker position. Great pursuit by 17 on the next play right here. You can see LaFoe. LaFoe has great eyes. So does Gideon ESPN. Gideon ESPN and LaFoe instantly, they're taking a look at all the motion and everything that's happening. They see Quentin Gibson out there or whoever that is, that running back, but they get eyes and they start tracking the ball immediately. I like our linebackers, bro. They're very alert. They're very alert. Yeah, great job by LaFoe and Gideon ESPN right there. Okay, that looks like the play from Mojo Williams right there. Let me see. Yeah, that was a bad angle by Fontenette, but even worse was how our D-line got their butts kicked on this play. They just got moved all the way out of the way. Carson Crawford never stood a shot. 5'4", put a period at the end of that. Who is 5'4" on defense? Bo Lapita and Carson Crawford just got moved right out of the way right here. So respect to those two young men. But this play just developed because of that whole shift on the front line. They got kicked all the way out. 51, 54, and 96. That 99, that's just, you cannot have that type of gap. I ain't even gonna hold you. You don't even want to put your safety in this type of position right here, but that was crazy. That was an all-around spanking by the offense. Great job by the old lineman. Created a huge block. Great job by Bryce Hicks putting that move on Fontenette right there. I ain't gonna hold you.
Imagine being able to build.
Right, my bad. Let me get back in here and let this play real quick. See what's going on with everybody. Let this play. Cool. All right. Yeah, nah, for sure. Let me see. Unless he too told to play the end. Who are we talking about? Let me see. They switched him to safety. Oh, Amodia. Oh, okay. They switched him to safety a while back. Yeah, I didn't know that, bro. I thought Amodia. Oh, appreciate that. Appreciate that. DeMar Cannon, appreciate you being in here, bro. Appreciate the super chat, brother. I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I already got it, but it's the YouTube account that I have on here. It's not, every time I sign out, it's not trying to let me. I'm having a hard time on my phone. I'm having a hard time switching over, bro. I'm just putting it like that way. By tomorrow, I'm gonna have it done for sure. I ain't even gonna hold you. I appreciate the super chat though, fam. Appreciate that. The hell? There we go. All right, we back.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. James. Here we go. Hold on. Let's go. Lock your elbow out. Oh shit! Hey, what we got next? Okay. Group T. We got Indian, then we got red zone.
Isaac Wilson looked like an all-American quarterback. I ain't even seen this video yet, too. So I'm literally watching this part for the first time with everybody here. So look at that playbook, bro. Like, playbook is deep. Isaac Wilson looks good. Listen. And this might be, I just say who I like right now. I like Isaac Wilson for the go-go offense, bro. I think it fits his skill set better. But I like the way Julian Lewis is coming around. But I personally, I wouldn't mind rolling out with Wilson against Georgia Tech. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think the drop-off is me personally, just from my football perspective, I don't think the gap between Julian Lewis is like crazy. Like when it was Ryan Staub and Shador, there was a huge gap, right? I don't see the huge separation between Isaac Wilson and Julian Lewis, but that's my personal opinion. Everybody has their own opinion, but what my football eyes tell me, there's not a huge gap between Isaac Wilson and Julian Lewis. Reading the play, commanding the huddle, they both made their share of mistakes, but I want to see what I want to see, and I know everybody wants to see this because Julian Lewis is still young. I want to see him separate himself to where it's like a no-brainer. I want to see himself pull away from the quarterback race so far where it's just like now we sound crazy even mentioning Wilson still. You dig what I'm saying? All right, say no more.
Shit, we have Indy 21.
Looks like we got big Braylon Edwards in there. We got Tyler Martinez. We got Santana Hopper and Manuel in there. See, bro. All right, let's see what it do.
We have Indy 21.
I don't know what Tyler Martinez is doing on this play, but it was kind of crazy. Oh, just see Cam Perry too. The Cam Perry signing. We got LaFoe in there, right? But watch Tyler Martinez on this play. I know, he's reading. If they're in man, he would either on the double running back, he would have Harris. But watch Tyler Martinez on this play, bro. He was kind of all over the place. I ain't even gonna hold you. He was kind of all over the place. Braylon Edwards been doing great, but on that side right there, you want to see them for Gideon ESPN. He got to stop that. That's on Gideon ESPN right there. He can't let that get to the sideline. Yeah, Boo, Carter, Gideon right there. They got to have contained. Whoa. This is what we talking about right here. Whoa. It's exactly what we talked about earlier. Hey, bruh, you remember I said, hey, does anybody know what's going on with Tyler Martinez? I said this earlier on the Reach the People Media. I said, bro, this is the play we were talking about. He ripped his helmet off, and then, I don't know, bro, Tyler Martinez has been having scuffles with everybody on offense. So that's why I asked people earlier. I said, hey, anybody know what's going on with Tyler Martinez? He's been having hella scuffles with the old lineman, and this before I even seen this right here, but they just didn't show it on Reach the People Media, but that's crazy. Hold on, let's run it back, bro. What's going on? What's the deal? Tyler Martinez, he got his helmet ripped off. Who's that? Is that Taj White? Who's 54? Looks like he laid on top of him, right? Pause. Yeah, Taj White. They just got him. I don't know. Martinez been in hella scuffles. But this is the Julian Lewis squaring him up. Look at him. He look like he in his WWF stance right here. I ain't gonna hold you. Okay. Yeah, all right. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, respect to the quarterback. He got up in there. Salute to Nate Mitchell, too, coming to his defender's back, bro. That's a team right there, bro. I love it. He getting jumped by the quarterback. He getting jumped by the old lineman. But if you go back to Reach the People Media, bro, Tyler Martinez got pushed in the back by Houston, and then he just ripped his helmet off. I don't know what's going on, bro. They on demon out there. Nah, seriously though, like no BS though. There's been bro, that was crazy. They all been fighting culture team off. Yeah, nah, it's competitive, bruh. What Juju doing? Yeah, he was juiced too. He was in there, bro. All right, I don't know what's going on. What's going on there? All right, cool. But nah, appreciate y'all, bro. Now I understand. But there's something going on, bro. Martinez, though, I understand. Like we have the Hakeem Williams and Creed scuffle. We had who else? We had a couple other scuffles. Damn, we had a couple scuffles already. But with Martinez, I just been seeing him in a lot of stuff lately, bro. Like every video, he in something with the O-line, though. I don't know if he does little dirty plays. Or I don't know if the O-linemen are bullying him or trying to bully him. Maybe he just standing on business. I don't know. But Tyler Martinez been like, I don't know. He been in a lot of stuff lately, bro.
Ready, when we go.
Damn, Ezekiel batted it to himself. That's Mr. 4-4 guys from James Madison right there. That's a better angle. He batted it to himself. I like it. That's how you go get the rock. Hey, a coach was juiced too.
Zoom.
Yeah, that's pretty much a business decision right there. We talked about on Reach the People Media, but nah, that was crazy. So Darius cut that part out. We didn't see that over there. Now Braylon Edwards with the pick. That's just a dangerous play. Somebody got that pancake on the next play. I ain't gonna hold you. 54. Is that Houston again? Was out there? Let me see. Damn, who is this right here? Oh, damn, bruh. Hey, look at my boy right here. Who is that with the gold bottom cleats getting that belt? Who is that? Damn, 56. Bro, and my boy 96. Bro, the O-line been on demon smash mouth. The tight end in 54 just done. That looks like either Lamont Lester or 96 got the belt. But before that, in the backfield, bro, hey, I like it. O-line, bro. O-line, Al Baltimore Kamara and Lamont Lester. Oh, my God, goodness. Hey, O-line, let's go. Get nasty with it. Hold on. Next play, watch Bo Hughley in the backfield. I think that's Baltimore Kamara, belt, and then second belt right there, Houston and Lamont Lester. G. Willigers. Hey, O-line put belt on it. Put belt on it. Boy. Come on, Mojo. Yeah, now I don't know if that was zone or man on Quentin Gibson for sure. Who is 95 coming off the edge right there? Oh, Yamil Talib. Man, I ain't seen a lot of Yamil Talib in a minute. Hey, nice Yamil Talib signing, bro. We got Bo Lapina, Ezekiel, Gage Goldberg in right now. Got some Yamil Talib. Come on, Mojo. Yeah, it looks like Caleb Williams just beat Mojo off the line right there. Probably ready when we go. Ready when we go. All right, we got Rodney Colton Jr., Amodia, Lamont Lester in. Looks like, is that Jose Soto in right there? We got 90 and 98. We got Edra Christensen in. And we got Tyler Moore. Let me see. And Lamar. Oh, they run a stunt. Salter and Christensen right here. Either a stunt or a twist right there from who did I say? Oh, I forgot. So you see bottom of the screen right here, Salter and Christensen, whatever you want to call it, stunt, twist. They blow this play up right here. Edger, Christensen, and Salter. This is a nice, you know, they was hooping right here. I like this play. Watch in front of 18, in front of this ref right here. Watch the stunt, twist, whatever you want to call it. Christensen comes outside. Salter bails inside, blows this play up. Great call by Chris Marve right there. That's a great call. I like it. Got Rodney Coulter Jr. in, Fontenette. Let's see. I'm trying to see what route this was by Chatcock right here. I'm trying to see what, was it just a streak? Was it an arrow? They were in zone though, for sure. They were definitely in zone. That was a nice throw. You want to see Chatcock come down with that. Nah, that's a sack right there. Let me see what the D-line did on that play. Looks like Emil Talib was putting pressure on that play. This looks like 2-minute offense right here. Appreciate everybody being in here. We're doing a live reaction to Well-Off Media. Immediately following this, I'm going to go back to the Coach Prime Deion Sanders interview, and I want to hear what you guys had to tap in on his comments. Again, appreciate everybody being in here. Let's see what they have to say to close out practice.
Good job, guys. Good job overall, guys. Way to work, way to compete, way to fight. Special team, specialists, great job. Clap them up.
All right, that sounds about good. Salute to Well-Off Media. Go like, comment, and subscribe. They always dropping that heat. Always. We're getting right back over to the Coach Prime Deion Sanders interview. Hey, I just peeped game. I seen what happened, and to me, it seems like let me see. Salt moved to edge. Now, Salt looks good on the edge. I like our edge rushers for sure. Sounds like we're bringing in some more guys from JUCO as well. Someone holding his house like, yeah, nah, for sure. Hey, old lineman, I ain't gonna hold you. A couple series right there, they was putting belt, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Thought Salt was a linebacker. Yeah, he got moved. He got moved. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I forgot. What was I about to say? Yeah, with Tyler Martinez, I don't know. It's been a little chippy. I'm not gonna hold you, but yeah, he's been getting into a lot with the offensive lineman. I don't know what exactly that is, but we're gonna get back over to the Coach Prime Deion Sanders interview for spring. Salute to CU Bus football, Colorado football. Say no more. Appreciate y'all tapping in tonight, bro. This is a great day for college. We gotta finish this week off strong. What is it? Tuesday. Yeah, we got a couple more days until the spring practice, bro. Spring game. Say no more.
You mentioned your satisfaction or appreciation or whatever the right word is for young men finding better opportunities for themselves and going elsewhere. How do you balance that with the challenge of building what you're trying to build here?
Well, if someone is satisfied and didn't want to be here, do you really want them? You don't want them here, but I'm happy as a man, African-American man, that these guys, white and black, are moving on to greener pastures, so to speak. You hope. Some of the young men I talk to frequently, some we don't.
Yeah, like I said, for me personally, I feel like Coach Prime is a very personable guy. He's at the age, he's with his accomplishments, everything Coach Prime has done, bro. He ain't what he got to really like fake it for. Like, hey, listen, you might want to go check out another place. They might have more money for you. Listen, we're going in a different direction. We got Fernando Lovo in here. They all over the books. They all over after last season, how that money was spent and what we got out of it, just based on the record, everything. Hey, they're a little bit more tight on what we're handing here. Are we really going to pay this position this much? What do we get back for it? Are we really paying this much? You might have a better opportunity going somewhere. That's when you really care about your players and you want to see them be successful. And it's bigger than just Colorado, right? And you understand the landscape. Coaches do it all the time. Coaches do it all the time. Coaches go to a program for 1 year and get promoted and dip. They don't hold them. They don't be talking when it's a player. We can't be, you know what I'm saying? The program wishes the best to the coach. When they go get a bigger bag and go to a different program, it has to be the same grace for the player now. Because back in the day, the only difference was the player, once you committed, you couldn't hit that portal. You was stuck. You couldn't go do nothing. Now, some guys leave because they go get more money. This is my personal opinion. I'm not saying this reflects anything what Coach Prime or Colorado says. I believe different players hit the portal for different reasons. Some can go get a bag. Some people are just over it. They done. They didn't like what they seen. What the position coaches, they just didn't like it. They don't want to be a part of it. I'm out of here. And that's true too. And then some guys are told to walk. Hey, your services are no longer needed here. We're going in a different direction. They don't like their attitude, their practice habits, their study habits. They ain't really no dog. So there's a multiple variations on why people hit the portal. Some people know they hitting the portal week 4, week 3. They just making it through the season. They know they finna hit the portal. So, but Coach Prime saluting those young men, giving them, gracefully saying, hey, I want you to what's the best for you. Go do what you do. Appreciate your time here. That's all you can ask for from a coach. You know what I'm saying? Say no more.
But I'm happy for all of them for a multitude of reasons. That I always want progression, no matter what. I want you to progress and to have that pie in the sky, if that's what you think it is. I want you to have that opportunity so you don't place blame on anyone.
Right.
And I like that. But I love also the multitude of men that we had coming in that had to have this pleasure somewhere else that wanted that same opportunity here.
Right.
I'm really elated about that. So everybody's dealing with the same thing. Some people may have more money to go shopping than others, but I'm happy about it. I really am. You got to understand, some of these kids you didn't know till they came here.
Whoa,
they came here, stabilized themselves, made a name, and they moved on and they did their thing. How can I?
That's a fact. Go to the money situation. Hey, you know, it's not like Colorado is rolling with BYU bag or Texas Tech bag as far as being able to go out and spend and recruit players. And don't let me get me started into some of these ACC, these Big Ten schools, you know, some of these SEC schools, what their budget is. So a lot of these things that Coach Prime doesn't come out and say is because he's not trying to throw the program under the bus, not trying to throw, you know, the university under the bus. But there's only a certain you can only shop. There's a difference when you're shopping with about 120 when you're shopping with 80 million versus shopping with 20 million. There's a big difference from shopping with $130 million payroll compared to a $25 million payroll, coaching staff, players included, collective. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Say no more.
I'd be upset with that. I'm not upset with that. I'm happy. That's the American dream, isn't it? That's what that's what y'all do? Yeah. You didn't know till they came here.
Oh.
They came here, stabilized themselves, made a name, and they moved on and they did their thing. How can I be upset?
That's very true. You do know when you come to Colorado, you're going to get yourself a name, bro. For sure. Because of the notoriety that you get from being at Colorado, strictly because of what you get for being playing for under Coach Prime Deion Sanders, the media spotlights on you. You got what comes with everybody on the sideline. Just, you know, this is the team. You know what this team represents, bro. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So of course you're gonna make a name, especially when you're balling on a team like this. And then again, sometimes you brought these guys in here to make a plays too. You brought these guys in here. You recruited them to come here to do what they was paid to do because we paying them. So of course they're supposed to come here and make some plays and make a name for themselves. Some guys were unknown. No, there are some guys that we didn't know anything about before they got to Colorado. And then there's some guys that came here who put on for Colorado too. They made plays. You know what I'm saying? They put on an added value. Some guys took value away. Some guys added value to the program that we didn't know. Appreciate everybody being in here. We're doing a live reaction to CU Buffs TV Colorado football. I'm going to bring some guests onto the stage in just a second. I'm going to get back through some points right here. Say no more.
With that, I'm not upset with that. I'm happy. That's the American dream, isn't it? That's what that's what y'all do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you got to be built for that. That's part of the deal. It's part of the plan. You're not going to keep a young man for 4 years now. Just watch the draft.
Facts.
I think every quarterback in the darn draft, didn't they transfer?
It's big bang take little bang now. You see what they paying the quarterbacks now? Hey, welcome to college football in 2026 for sure. You got to adjust with the time. Hey, you already know. Even our freshmen right now, the guys we got on, they gonna want to get paid next season. And then of course, I don't care what you say. People are the NCAA. There's really no rules right now, so. There's agents. They're already talking about what they can get at another program. They're already trying to snipe players from other teams. That's the cold part about it. I mean, look, you know what I'm saying? Look at Michigan State's wide receiver who just went to Indiana. Look, come on now. It's happening all over the place. People just don't magically end up somewhere once the portal opens up. Come on now. They've been talking. These agents been cutting deals and looking for deals. Week 8, week 9, if they know they leaving in the portal or they're already negotiating, hey, we're going to try to, we want 1.9 million. If not, we're going to go to Oregon and USC. They got 2.7 for us. That's the part of college football now. Negotiations. And like he's right. If you could keep a guy for 4 years and get them to buy into the team and then NFL first. But now these college players got agents. The agent is talking to the coaches before They even talking to the players. They trying to get that back. That's what it is now.
like that's where we are now in college football. I can't be upset about that. It is what it is. We just got to make the best of.
At Roundtable Pizza.
For sure. All right. Too much drama. What's the word, bro? What's going on?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, fam. How you been? How was the weekend?
Man, the weekend's good. It's been a blessing, man. I'm glad to be back on this platform, man.
Hey, good. So what was some key takeaways you got from the Coach Prime Deion Sanders interview today, and the some of the things he addressed about the former players, the spring game, and just what you've seen so far from the media presser? What was your takeaways?
One thing I love about Deion Coach Prime, he's been innovative since the 80s, man. He's always coming out with new trends. He's always coming out with these crazy ideals. And he made an amazing point. Him and the coach from Syracuse, they're not the ones that's supposed to come up with that ideal for other teams to scrimmage other teams.
Right.
Now someone else is going to do it, and it's going to be great. If the coach from Indiana says, I want to scrimmage Indiana State, oh man, it's going to be his ideal. Coach Prime is 10 steps ahead when it comes to stuff like this. People don't realize, man, he's a marketing genius. He's been on TV, primetime TV, just not in football, but NFL Network. He knows how this stuff goes. He's always been a trendsetter. And that's one thing I respect about Coach Prime. He's always ahead of his time. That rhymes, by the way.
Exactly.
And then I like how he didn't throw any other players under the bus. All right.
Right.
I remember when Jordan Seaton was being recruited by University of Colorado, and then when he finally signed, the first thing you saw was well-off media hyping him up, making an offensive lineman as glamorous as I've ever seen an offensive lineman in my life. I mean, he had the swag, he had the gear. I think Bucky is probably 15 years older than Jordan Seaton. He was hanging out with him like they were the same age. And he was a household name. Jordan Seaton. I don't know any other lineman in the country with the crowd that Jordan Seaton had. That's just one player. But Clomari McClain was at the University of Colorado for 1 year. People still talk about him, making videos about him, doing updates about him. When you go to Colorado, you're not coming just for the game. You're coming for the fame. And you leave with that.
Absolutely.
Think about that. That's amazing, man.
Absolutely. So we've seen the interview already. What do you feel about Boo Carter playing some corner?
I love that. One thing I'm worried about, though, because I know Coach Prime wants to get him to the league.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get W's, man. We cannot focus on getting one dude to the league. Okay, we got to focus on winning. And this is what I think. I think this is what's going on. I think Coach Marion is going to be the one to get them to win. And the defensive coordinator is going to be the one worried about the W's. I think Coach Prime is the one that's going to try to get them to the league.
Oh, absolutely. Those are great points. And then you see what Coach Prime came out and said about the open quarterback competition and what he said about Isaac Wilson applying pressure there. That's something that I've been advocate about on the channel. And, I haven't been really too I ain't really been worried about, what the backlash or anything about it, because I know what we're seeing. I know what we're seeing. It's college football here. It's happening across everywhere. Like everybody's having quarterback battles around America. Colorado's no different. And when you hear the head coach come out there and say it, a Hall of Famer, somebody who knows talent, somebody who knows what makes people better, somebody who knows about paying people money and what he expects, because he probably seen what Shador was getting paid and what, he's seeing what other guys are getting paid. He knows what his expectations is. What do you feel about him openly coming out there and just letting the world know, hey, we have an open quarterback competition as well, and everybody's competing, and Isaac Wilson is applying pressure in quarterback? How do you feel about those comments?
Well, one, it's gamesmanship. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't want Georgia Tech to know who's going to start. That's one. Two, I will say this. We're going to see more interceptions this year coming up than we did last year, because Salter didn't throw a lot of interceptions because he frankly didn't throw the ball. But I do think there is going to be some multiple interception games, and that's fine, because both of these quarterbacks are going to need to be gunslingers, because there's going to be some games where we're going to have to shoot them out. It's going to be a shootout. Okay.
Absolutely.
And I like the fact that Coach Prime is letting people know, hey, we don't have a clear-cut starter at quarterback, because Juju is still young. Juju is taking this as gospel, like, oh, man, I got to do my thing. Isaac Wilson is still young, but he has his brother's spirit in him, and he's competitive. So he's gonna be like, okay, I still got a shot because Coach Prime told me I got a shot. And so Sweet Wine is back there like, hey, y'all better not get hurt because I can run this offense. So that's the beauty of what's going on. And Coach Prime is a genius at it, man.
Yeah, especially for the quarter and for the wide receiver room as well, right? I did a video earlier about just seeing there might be some games where we just run the ball and we go for 400 rushing yards. And despite the talent that we have at wide receiver, if Brennan Marion seems like watching him as offensive coordinator, if it's working, he's going to stick with it. Like Weber State did a review earlier. 55 points on them, all running the ball, all quarterback for 100 yards. And I really feel like moving up to a power 4 level that we could see us finally lean on the run game. How do you feel about us actually starting off and basing our season off a run game this season and that being the identity of the go-go offense?
Yeah, I think the Georgia Tech game is going to be hard to really gauge that because Georgia Tech is favored by 10 points or more because, one, they're playing at home. And two, they don't pick Colorado. They're not picking Colorado to win a lot of games. I think they're going to have to throw the ball to win that game. I think Weber State, that's going to be the game where they're going to rack up 400 to 500 yards rushing. I think in order to beat Georgia Tech, they're going to have to pass the ball. They're going to have to pass the ball because Georgia Tech is going to play ball control, and the defensive line hasn't shown me enough to where they're going to stop because they're not even stopping the go-go offense. Georgia Tech runs the go-go offense on steroids. Okay,
that's a fact, bro.
So we have to be careful with wanting to go tit for tat, like Army versus Air or versus Navy. We don't want to have an Army versus Navy type thing. We want to be able to keep them in the air, do some ball control, of course. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I think Weber State is going to be, and Northwestern will be another game where we can kind of prove our dominance on the line as well. Yeah.
Okay, and this will be the last question. I appreciate your input here tonight. What are you looking forward to the most at the spring game, and what does the spring game mean to you now that there's no transfer portal? Who are you looking forward to for the spring game this weekend, and what does the spring forward mean for Colorado now that there's no transfer portal? Because we've seen in the past guys use this game, get some film, and then dip and hit that portal.
Look, I'm all for the transfer portal. I'm all for kids being mobilized. But I saw a quarterback. I think his name was TJ Finley. The guy transferred 7 times. Like, it's like if you ain't got it, you ain't got it, right? I think it's been abused a lot. I love the fact that they're starting to close that window and making it. The kids are still getting paid, but they're going to stay at one place. I think the spring game is going to show who's who and who's what. And I hope everyone comes out with no injuries. And I think it's going to be great for these kids that haven't been on a big stage like this. I mean, think about it. Lime of Ohio, student enrollment like 12 to 15,000. This is a whole other ballgame for them. And a lot of those kids that are at these smaller schools, they're going to see what it feels like to be at Colorado at this stage. And it's going to be a beautiful thing because Coach Prom's going to show out. He's going to make sure that it's going to be great. And I like the fact that it's on YouTube. That means everybody can watch.
Absolutely. I see we had James Harris Jr. that's going to be at the home game this weekend. The guy, the D lineman from Texas. So we got some good recruits popping out this weekend. That's going to be in Boulder for sure. Well, all right,
can I say one more thing, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about offense. We talked about offense quite a bit, but and I know what I care about. Nothing matters but the D. This season.
Hey, yo, I ain't even gonna hold you.
You can book it.
That was crazy. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you always coming on Too Much Drama. I'll see you in a minute, brother. Thank you.
Let's get it.
For sure, brother. All right. Cool. Appreciate you guys being in here. Of course, I dropped the link. If you want to tap back in, tap into the stream. This is a call-in show. Call in, give your perspective. Your opinion is welcomed on this platform as well. Call in, tap in. Let me know how you feeling. We're going to get back to this. To the Coach Prime Deion Sanders on the CU Bus football page. Say no more.
And we're done. And I like it. I like that. And we're done. I can't be upset with that. Like when we get our butts kicked, we did that. We made those mistakes. We did that. That ain't y'all. It's us. We got to right our wrongs. And prayerfully don't make them again. My man.
Let's go, Coach. Jack Carlo.
Jack.
See, how you doing, Coach?
Good. Moving on up like the Jeffersons. They even putting your picture up there now, right?
He said moving on up like the Jeffersons. It's crazy.
Okay. There you go.
I want to ask about the 59 newcomers
Mhm.
and particularly the incoming transfers.
Facts.
If you've noticed maybe some shared characteristics that have kind of emerged.
Yeah. How many? I should have the stat, and I apologize. How many of these guys were captains?
Again, like this is a totally revamped. This is a rebuild. I mean, you can call it how you want to see it. Me personally, this is a rebuild, completely defensive overhaul and returning starters from last season. You got Julian Lewis. You could say we did a running back by committee last season, and Joseph Williams is our leading receiver. Q for 6 is our special teams preseason All-American. We went completely portal on defensive. We kept Quincy Wiggins, Bo Lapina, Vickers, Robert Johnson, Ben Finisef. We didn't go crazy in that room. We kept Caleb the Mathis brothers. We didn't go. We really rebuilt this entire team for 2026 through the portal.
I think we have. I think it's 15, 12 to 15. Excuse me. It's double digits of guys that were captains on their prospective teams. That shows leadership. That shows that we chose some guys that are used to being in front. And we have some young guys, especially some young corners, that came from winning programs. Like they were winners. So they've experienced the understanding of winning, and we like that characteristic inside their locker room.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Coach, how you feeling?
What's going on, boss?
Not too much. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I
You've been sitting over there the whole time, and I'm talking about you.
That sounds like Scotty Proctor's voice right there from DMVR Buff. Salute to DMVR Buffs out there in Boulder.
Because I didn't even see it. I don't even look at the room. I look at, right here. I'm sorry. That's our wonderful AD that I just got finished saying some horrible things about, and I apologize. So, let's go.
Coach, I just wanted to ask you about Boo Carter. I know that's somebody that you've known him and his family a long while now. Now that he's kind of here in the building, what's it just been like being around?
I like Boo. We had a candid conversation on the field last week about playing multiple positions. Boo is arguably the best athlete on the team.
Not even gonna hold you. You can put a period at the end of that. But the standard has already been set super high with Travis Hunter, though. So this is the thing for Colorado. I know as a fan myself, right? I'm just going to speak for me personally. We're looking for the next. Not only are we looking for a winning record, but we got to put butts in the seat. We need a superstar. We need a top jersey seller. We need that again this year because this is what Colorado needs as a fan base to get the season ticket holders back, to get the butts in the seats, to get the TV ratings up. We need a guy we need a storyline that's playing on ESPN. We need all that. We need multiple high-ranking draft picks that's going to be covered in the sports media, all that. So we got to start pushing somebody to the forefront, right? That we could put an NFL label on, who we could give him that gray jersey, that storyline with Coach to Travis Hunter, right? Give him the gray jersey, something that Coach Prime has done. He was able to do that with Travis Hunter, get him to the number 2 pick, done things that other people didn't do in college football. This is what makes Colorado different. This is what separates them in the media. They do things against the grain. They do things that other people won't do. They let players play full-time both ways. This is what Coach Prime does. So, yeah, we got to start pushing Boo Carter as that guy. We're trying to see who's that guy. We're going to, the franchise is gone. Jordan Seaton ain't here. We got to find that guy who's going to, all right, this is who we're hanging the university. Of course, we got to win, but that's what sells. Great team sell, but you get some superstar players, some guys with NFL grades. You start moving them around the chessboard. Coach Prime knows what he's doing right here. This is great. This is great media savvy, but it's also talking about the versatility of Boo Carter. What I'm saying, though, is we've already seen the top with Travis Hunter. So that's the type of level of, are we going to use him like Trav? Or are we talking about 3 to 5 carries on offense, starting punt returner? How, because the thing about Travis Hunter was his conditioning, bruh. Travis Hunter was different with his endurance, and he was different, elite conditioning. Like he could run all day like a deer. So is Boo Carter conditioned? Is his condition levels like a Trav to where we can use him in that type of capacity? Or, you dig what I'm saying? Say no more.
As well as he could play safety, he could play corner as slot. return kicks as well, and do multiple things. I put him on the corner the last 2 weeks because I want to see him.
Okay, great. Me too. All right, let's get in the chat with it real quick. Hey, yo, cool. All right, my bad, y'all. All right, we right back with it. My fault. Say no more. All right, bet. Cool.
Outside corner.
Yeah, it ain't but one corner. It's just only outside corner, isn't it? I never seen it.
Like
slot.
He was about to turn up. He said there's only one. You know, they might be. Yeah. There's only two corners now. There's different terminologies like short side of the field corner, boundary corner, field corner. But there's only you got. Yeah, I hear what you say. He was about to turn up. That's funny.
Slot. I'd have said slot. I'm sorry, but on the outside corner, and which is no such thing, but I wanted to see him play there because in history, I don't see them say at slot chosen in the first round. This such. Yeah, I don't see that. So I want him to have a chance to exhaust himself, not only at the corner position, the slot position, as well as safety. He can do many things, and I want him.
Talking about the versatility to Boo Carter, and this also helps pump his 2027 draft profile, which I do believe that Boo Carter lives up and exceeds the expectations that he could be. He can hear his name called off the board in the 2027 draft. Something that Colorado also needs to help with the recruits is we got to get back to getting those guys put to the next level. That's a big part of some of these 5-star, 4-stars when they choose their location. How many players have you put in the league? How many players have you getting to the next level? That's just, we're talking football here, right? You know, you looking at, why am I going to go over there? And they ain't even put nobody in the league this year. I'm going to go over here. They just put X amount of players. They got X amount of players on the board. Oh, you know what I mean? So these are building blocks and building stones to land in more 5-stars, 4-stars, and being able to get the talent. We already see what you need to be able to compete at this level, bro. You know what I'm saying? Them older players, them guys with production. You know what I'm saying? You need to get them guys those going to be asking for a price. So they want to know, if I come to your school, and do you have everything that's going to help propel me to the next level? Those are the guys that are going to help your program as well, for sure.
Do all those things that he's capable of doing so that his draft wealth accelerates. He's that kind of kid.
And then I'm not trying to get you to talk about another program, but just talking about him specifically. Like, how much do you think a guy like that can just benefit from just like the new environment? At a place that he like feels loved.
He chose to come here for a reason, and we're happy with his choices. We're happy with him being here, and we're going to take full advantage of that and prepare him to be the best that he could possibly be.
Facts.
That was so polite, wasn't it? God, that was polite.
Say less.
Hey, Coach, Pat Graham, Associate Press.
What's up, my man?
How you doing?
Good.
I mean, you see what he did with Travis Hunter. You see what he did with, a plethora of guys. If you come there and you put football first and you're focused, Coach Prime can help you get to the next level. But that has to be the number one thing that you're focused on. And what is there to do? How are you going to get in trouble in Boulder? Like, come on, bro. Say no more.
I think next week is a year since you were.
I'm just saying, for all the recruits, when you come to Boulder, I mean, it's beautiful. There's great scenery. There ain't I didn't hear about too much crazy activities coming out of Boulder. If you put football first and that's your goal, say no more.
Diagnosed with cancer. And I guess my question is, how does that maybe change the way you view things on the field and in life?
Tremendously. It's not like I'm going to bake a cake and celebrate that mess, but I thank you for reminding me as well. I'm happy, man. It did change my outlook on certain things in life. I believe I enjoy life more.
Right.
I believe I try my best to experience more things. I try my best to really be the greatest father.
Yeah, they're talking about what happened with Coach Prime with dealing with his health issues and dealing with what he dealt with cancer last season.
The type of attention and time and affection, protection and correction that they may need and want. What's today? Tuesday? Isn't the portal open for the girls? Today? That's right. Yeah, my baby girl is gonna be close to me. So I'm happy that she's gonna spend her last year of basketball in the state of Colorado somewhere.
All right, sounds like his younger daughter, Shalimai Sanders, is coming back to Colorado. I think she started at Jackson State, then went to like the school she was at. I don't know particularly. It's like a Burgundy school, and then she played for Colorado, and then now she's back. So yeah, the portal is open for men and women's basketball now.
Chris Tavares, 9 News.
9 News.
With
Lord Jesus. 9 News. Is that the channel where the brother that does it? Is that the brother that does the weather?
Yes.
9, right? Yeah.
Jaden.
Yeah, the brother that does the weather.
Yep.
Like they got multiple.
That's crazy.
Oh Lord, thank you, Lord. That's good. Y'all got multiple black folks in there. Y'all know better. You got one.
Jaden's good people.
That was crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Appreciate everybody being in here. We're doing a live reaction to CU Buzz football. I'm gonna get you guys out of here in a little bit. I just wanted to get to some of the key points that Coach Prime, Deion Sanders talked about this evening. Great interview. Everybody wanted to hear where he was thinking, where his head was at during the spring football and with the pro day. I mean, not the pro day, with the spring game approaching this weekend.
Yeah, I hope so.
With the spring game wrapping up spring and kind of your hands-on dealing with the team, what do you want to see from them heading into summer as they start to get ready?
I don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Facts.
I want them to play hard. I don't want to sustain any injuries. We got a whole soul train line of guys over there working out, doing practice, because I got to see them from now on. They don't get to go inside and work out. They have to work out so we can see.
Yeah, we've definitely seen, especially at the wide receiver room, we see Hakeem Williams on crutches, Joseph Williams on crutches, DeAndre Moore Jr. is out the boot. There's a couple other guys that wide receivers that are down as well. But yeah, get out the spring game healthy for sure.
And it's a bunch of them. So we want to try to eliminate injuries, because we know we have some guys coming back off injuries in the summer that's going to help this program tremendously.
Facts.
But I just want to see them compete. I want to see the coaches make certain calls. I want to see how we do special teams wise to make sure we have the correct personnel chosen.
Right.
Just want to see some guys really fight, man. Fight for what they want in life, and that's to go to the next level. But it all starts here. I want to see that. And
that's very true. You start hearing these guys in the portal and what they want to do, and then you kind of start seeing some of their practice habits, their work habits, how they're approaching football, and whether football is number one. And then the way Coach Prime is what happened last season, and from what I've been seeing from Deion Sanders Jr. in interviews, is like he got the zero tolerance for the bull jive. Like, as he would say it, like, just, is football your number one? Are you calling yourself a pro? But this is the steps. He's seen the way Trav works. He's seen the way, guys, LaJonte and guys that got to the next level, the way they work. So if you've seen the way guys' work ethic is and how they work and how they study in the film room, what they do on the weekends, he should see that from you. He going to be able to call that out early. Like, man, you ain't really trying to get what you're trying to say you is. And he going to try to steer you in that right direction for sure.
Hope we get a phenomenal turnout by our wonderful fans. We have the best fan base, I think, in college football. I really do. And these young men and women on this campus, they usually show up and show out. So I look forward to that as well. 9 News.
Hey, Coach, Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. I want to ask about Juju. Obviously, him stepping into a bigger role as a leader this year. I know learning and a new offense in the winter is challenging for him. Just curious how you've seen him grow both on and off the field this year.
Well,
Coach Prime don't throw around that leader word very often. You got to show it. It's a part of you. Like, that leader word is very, very, you can't lose that too loosely.
Let's focus on the game. It's hard to lead.
I wanted a trip I'd never forget.
All right, my bad, y'all. Let's go off here real quick. Yeah, that's very important when it comes to like being a leader and talking about being a leader. That's not something that just gets thrown around loosely around Colorado, and especially around Coach Prime, Deion Sanders. He's huge on, you got to earn that, and people got to follow your lead. You got to be vocal to be a leader. I mean, sometimes you can lead by example, but what this team needs specifically, I'm telling you, they need that Shador that's going to be able to step in front of a student section, throw the wrist up, let them know what time it is, and he's going to stand on business. I mean, Juju already showed this past, he just tackled somebody, so he already showed he ready to take the next part as far as like He's trying to step it up all the way in practice. He over here tackling cats. I ain't gonna hold you.
Your game has to help you lead. You can't. In football, I'm not talking about Juju. I'm just breaking this down for you so you understand, because you guys throw leadership roles on certain people that the game has to come before the leadership role. You can't lead in this generation, especially with new guys coming in, the multitude that we have, unless you have game. And his game is developing daily, and I'm proud of the strides that he's making in both, as a potential leader as well as a quarterback that we can really count on from start to finish. I'm proud of the young man.
Hey, Coach, just as a follow-up to that, when you
I like the look, man. I like the look. I just got to give you a pair of shades and you got it.
Doing my best.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Just as a follow-up to that, you talk about Juju and growing into that leadership role, but you recruited Isaac, right? And that's a football pedigree.
Isaac could play, man.
And that's what I was going to ask.
He play.
I was wondering if in your
Isaac
mind,
is applying pressure, man. Like,
all right, here we go, baby. Here goes the meat and potatoes right here. But this is a very important, just to clarify some things that goes on around the YouTube spaces across, the Colorado football fan base. I understand sometimes it can be a sensitive subject when it comes to like favorite players and like people that we, have grown accustomed to. But hey, football is about competition. Football is about people who challenge you. You might don't get too comfortable. Don't ever get too comfortable, and this is across the board. This is all positions around like this. You got to go out there and earn it. And that might be the difference. Who's in the film book more? Who's in the film room more? Who's showing up early to practice? Who's staying late after practice? Who's gathering guys? Who's galvanizing guys? Who's vocal? Who's being a leader? A lot of these things go into competition, bro. You'll never know what the coach is thinking. You might think it's good. He might be looking at, this guy wants some more. This guy we can rely on. So I'm just saying, these are some great comments just to get a little bit more clarity into the Colorado football fan base, bro. So we can stop with all of the back and forth amongst, we could just have some clarity from the head coach. Very great. Just for clarity purposes.
But that's what you want. You want every position to have pressure applied. Like you want those battles. We got a 3-man fighting linebacker right now. These guys are really, really good, man. Like all 3 of those guys, they're pros to me. And whoever's that 4th guy, he's gonna have to come with it because it's a little gap right there. Because those 3 are phenomenal. The pass rushers on the outside. Shoot, it's got to be 5 or 6 of those guys that can get home.
Right.
Get home. We need a little more productivity from the bigs on the inside, but overall, and the safeties, physical, could go get it. They can make the tackles as well as make plays on the ball. I like that. My corner's got to step it up a little bit, but I love.
Corner's got to step it up a little bit. And I think this is very important because Coach Prime brought these guys in. He ain't nothing stepped in the building that he hasn't laid his eyes on, right? And there's a certain mentality you got to have. Like, can we leave you on the island? He's not. And then again, I'm not in Boulder, so I don't know, but this could be more zone coverage you get. There's a lot of guys who played zone. Maybe Chris Marve wants to go more zone. I think that talk is going to come more. So there's no portal. And if you got better zone corners, then you have better press man coverage, then we might see more zone in Boulder this season, especially if we don't, if he just said right now, we don't have that guy that shadow him across the field. We ain't worried about out there. That's straps. You ain't going for 100. No explosive plays. We ain't worried about that. We're focused on mixing up on the quarterback, sending blitzes, putting pressure because we got it back in. If we don't have that, that's when you got to start thinking about the 4-2-5 and if we're going to run more zone heavy, but zone can be dissected easy too. So I get it. We got some, it sounds like we got some work to do, defensive line and corners, and that's all right. It's still spring. We can still add some people, but now we got to get these guys to where the standard is and above and raise the standard.
Three of them right now. Gotcha. I want to love the rest of them the same way.
Understood.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify, it's an open competition for the quarterback?
It's open competition for every position.
Gotcha.
I don't think we're sitting here saying, like I did once upon a time, 2 guys are starting, okay? I think that's the only time I've ever said that. 2 guys are starting. We know who those 2 were. It's not like that. It's not like that right now. Everybody is earning everything they get.
All right. I think that's a great place to end it right there. Listen, we just seen Coach Prime, Deion Sanders come on and explain what a lot of us Colorado football fans needed to hear so we could bring a little bit more clarity, a little less confusion, a little less back and forth with everybody's in competition. Hey, yo, no way. My bad, y'all. That was crazy. Again, I was going on my outro speech right here before I was rudely interrupted. I think this is great clarity for everybody who just needed to understand as a fan base. We got to band together. We got to support the quarterbacks. Everybody right now, this is a support your kids. Support if you have a kid on the team, a nephew, a cousin. Check on them. They're competing right now, and there's only 11 players on the field at a time, right? So this is the time where they're studying playbooks. They're trying to play fast, physical, while they're supporting each other as teammates, of course, but this is football. There's guys who want to start. I don't care what anybody says. A great team, people accept their roles eventually. But from the jump, everybody believes they're a starter and everybody wants to start, and that's why they brought you here for it. It sounds like they did a great job of explaining to this transfer portal class and to these recruits, hey, everybody's competing this season. I think what he was alluding to was possibly Trav and Shador, where we knew we had our starting quarterback and we knew who Travis Hunter was. But the way things have shaken up, the way pieces have been put together, everybody got to go out there and get it. So appreciate everybody tapping in. We did about 2 hours and 15 minutes tonight. Appreciate always the love in the chat. If you want to join the channel memberships and support the channel, that's available. Just go on my bio, click the join button, subscribe, hit the hype button. I'll tap in with y'all tomorrow, bro. Say no more. Appreciate everybody being here. Y'all be safe. I'll tap in with y'all tomorrow, bro. Yeah. Say no more.